highlights. Lagos State government restates importance of water to Lagos economy. Federal government calls for review of civil service disciplinary system. And the Foreign and International Monetary Fund urges governments worldwide to ensure independence of central banks. And in sports, Super Eagles captain promises victory against Benin Republic at 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying match. Now the details. I am Mike James. Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources Tokunbo Wahab has restated the importance of water to Lagos State in noting that water is a natural resource, a blessing, an ally, and the future of human existence that requires everyone's nurture in its use and interaction. Wahab made this known during the Fela Debates 17 held as part of activities marking Celebration 2025. He said the state government understands the delicate relationship between human and water as not just a force but also an enabler. The commissioner explained that the state faces unique climate changes and challenges which include rising sea levels, extreme heat and recurrent flooding, saying that this explains why the government designed a comprehensive drainage master plan to safeguard the city and keep flooding at bay. Wahab said the Ministry of the Environment and Water Resources has resolved these anthropogenic activities from time to time, but residents still persistently and brazenly defy environmental laws, stressing that there will be no hiding place for defaulters and saboteurs. The chairman of Jodu Local Government Council Development Area, David Odumbaku, has launched a 6-month digital skills empowerment program for 154 youths within the council area. The comprehensive training will cover key areas such as digital literacy, social media marketing, cybersecurity, digital entrepreneurship, artificial intelligence, AI, and cloud computing. While addressing the participants, among who are youths, undergraduates, graduates, artisans, and unemployed, Odumbaku urged them to seize the opportunity to acquire relevant digital skills while also exercising their civic duties by obtaining their permanent photo cards and participate actively in elections. Odumbaku noted that youth participation in governance remains central to sustainable development, describing the current administration as one that values intellect and innovation. Outstanding participants from the Digital Skills Empowerment Program will have the opportunity to advance their learning in South Africa. And now to the rest of the stories. Chairman of the Federal Civil Service Commission, Tunji Olaokpa, has called for a holistic review of disciplinary control system in the civil service. Olaokpa said this at a one-day joint retreat between the Commission and Office of Head of Civil Service of the Federation, Didi Wilson-Jack. He said such reform is necessary to drive culture change, value reorientation, and address the persistent delays in handling disciplinary matters within the system. Olaokpa said the relationship between the two bodies could be likened to Simon's twins, given their shared roles in implementing policies, enforcing regulations, and providing leadership for the nation's civil service. He also emphasized the importance of rethinking the link between merit, competency-based human resource practices, performance management, and the wage structure, noting that such integration is crucial to restoring the federal government image as an employer of choice. Civil society groups from across Africa and their global allies have converged on Lagos for the 5th Africa Week of Action Against Water Privatization, with a call on governments to resist corporate control of water. They advocated publicly governed systems to safeguard communities against the worsening climate crisis. The call was made at the launch of a week-long campaign organized by the Our Water, Our Right Africa Coalition, OWARAC, in partnership with the Africa Make Big Polluters Pay Coalition, with the theme Public Water for Climate Resilience. In his welcome remarks, Executive Director of CAPA, Akimbode Oluwafemi, said partnership symbolizes the deepening recognition that water justice and climate justice are inseparable, noting that to privatize water in an era of escalating climate shocks is to compound vulnerability and institutionalize inequality. He had this to say.
As we begin this week of action, let us carry forward this collective spirit. The understanding that defending public water is, in essence, defending life itself. Let us strengthen our resolve to build climate-resilient societies anchored on the equitable, publicly governed water system that serves all of us.
Presenting the text for the week on behalf of ORAC, CAPA's Program Officer for Water Campaigns, Sefa Ikpa, urged African governments to reject loan conditions from international institutions that promotes privatization and to channel sustained public financing into water infrastructure powered by renewable energy.
The incorporation of indigenous practices such as rainwater storage, aquifer recharge, and community-led catchment management can provide culturally grounded, low-cost, and sustainable pathways to expand resilience in the face of climate uncertainty. Public water partnership across regions can facilitate peer learning, exchange of expertise, and continental solidarity, building African solutions to African problems without reproducing dependence in corporate monopolies.
On his part, the United Nations Rapporteur on Human Rights to Safe Drinking Water and Sanitation, Pedro Arrojo Agudo, reaffirmed that water must be recognized as a common good and not a commodity, highlighting the dangers of public-private partnerships and financialization in water management. In some foreign news, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, has called on governments worldwide to build stronger institutions and ensure the independence of their central banks. IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva played down the impact of U.S. tariffs on many world economies, saying the effect of the tariffs has decreased compared with the position at the April 2025 meetings. Georgieva said the private sector is currently much stronger than it was in April, signaling improvement in global economic performance. She acknowledged the devastating impact of high debt levels on world economies, urging countries to pursue more growth to reduce the burden of debt on their economies. Georgieva called on countries to grow out of debt and create more development opportunities. And now to sports news. Super Eagles captain William Troost-Ekong has insisted that the players will do their best to secure maximum points against the Cheetahs of Benin Republic. Nigeria will take on neighbours Benin Republic in a 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying match day 10 fixture at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium, Uyo, today. Eric Chele's side sit in third position in Group C with 14 points from 9 matches. The three-time African champions must beat their neighbours and hope South Africa drops points against Rwanda to secure qualification. That was our news at noon. Just before we go, your vehicle is not a strong room. Always keep your valuables off the view of miscreants. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. Visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio live on my Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration provided 87,000 units of single-dual composite furniture for primary school pupils spread across the 6 education districts? You can get details on the Legacy Government website. End-to-end news. Here are the highlights of the major stories. Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources Tokunbo Wahab has restated the importance of water to Lagos State, noting that water is a natural resource, a blessing, an ally, and a feature of human existence that requires everyone's nurture in its use and interaction. Chairman of the Federal Civil Service Commission, Tunji Olaupa has called for a holistic review of the disciplinary control system in the civil service. We also told you that the International Monetary Fund (IMF) has called on governments worldwide to build stronger institutions and ensure the independence of their central banks. And in sports, Super Eagles captain William Troost-Ekong has insisted that the players will do their best to secure maximum points against the Cheetahs of Benin Republic. And for contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast. Was compiled by Zainab Adebeshi. Thank you so much for listening, Lagos. My name is Mike James. Good afternoon.